Welcome to Tala Talks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. I can't smile enough because, oh my goodness, look at that view. We are actually staying um, in a beautiful beachfront right over there, baby, and that is the view. If you haven't seen that video yet, please check it out because I give you a full virtual what's happening to me right now. I think it's just because I'm such in a daze. It feels like a dream. I've been sleeping in all these crazy budget hostels, and it's the first time that my best friend and I have been treated out to such a beautiful place like this. You know, your girl is 100% vegetarian. I can't afford to stay in a place like this, so now that it's actually there and I'm here enjoying all of this privacy. I've been given, by the way, a coconut. I did show a guy climbing up the tree as well, so it's quite crazy. But yeah, I think right now I'm finally able to catch my breath and just relax. After being on a crazy strict budget, this is just the first time I'm really able to enjoy this sort of luxury. And how perfect timing is that, because in today's video, it's all about 5 ways I define what a home is to me. And so I'll get into that in a much deeper sense. Without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy you're with me right now, and let's start this video. Before anything, I do wish that I'm able to share this with you. Let's have some fresh coconut water. It's a very beautiful day out, and I think the best way to start this video is to tell you a little bit about myself, which I pretty much do, I think, in almost every video. But for the past, I would say close to 10 years now, I haven't really had any home. I decided to leave the corporate life to pursue more of nature, and there was a time when I just really felt that being in such a corporate setting in front of laptops, computers, cell phones all the time, and the daily grind wasn't there for me anymore. I didn't feel like I was having any purpose in life. And so one day I decided to go diving, which you can also do as well in my beautiful country here in the Philippines. I'm so lucky to be Filipino because, yeah, I really love my country. There's so much natural resources to offer. The marine wildlife here is so beautiful. And so I went diving. If you want to know as well best spots to go diving if you plan to travel here, let me know. I'd love to help you out. But yeah, I just slowly just never went back to the corporate life. And so fast forward to today, thank goodness I was able to save some money, and I'm just earning a very small interest every quarter. And so with that, I'm just trying to let my budget super stretch as far as possible. So without further ado, have some coconut meat. Wow. I'm gonna let you know what a home is to me, or how I define a home, because I've been hopping from province to province or countryside to countryside around the Philippines. I can't afford yet to leave my own country, so this will have to do. But on a positive note, at least I get to take you with me, and you get to see all the beautiful places that the Philippines has to offer. And I'm talking about naturey places as much as possible. I really try to stay away from typical hotels, or I really try to stay away from a lot of man-made stuff. So if there's a beautiful resort and it's surrounded by nature, I try to focus on, yeah, that's how I define nature. It's the luxury of, that's how I define luxury. It's having nature, but being comfortable enough, or having the basic necessities. So we are taking a quick break from today's video. I am beyond excited that you're here, and I wanted to take this moment to thank you so much for your support. For those who have sent a thank you, a donation, or who have messaged me directly for donations, Thank you so much from my heart to yours. I am beyond appreciative. I am beyond grateful. It motivates me and inspires me to continue this channel, to send nothing but good vibes and more information that would be hopefully useful and or entertaining as well. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it, please feel free to send a thank you. This is how to do it. It's very easy. Though should I mention, YouTube does get 30% of that, and what's left, there are tax deductions. Feel free to send a thank you. If you would also like to go direct, this is my email address. Please feel free to send me an email. I'm also on Instagram. You can DM me directly. I will respond. PayPal is also available if you do find it more convenient. If you would like to use a Wise transfer, this is the QR code which you can scan with your phone provided that you have internet. Otherwise, this is my username. Hopefully you'd be able to find me on Wise. I am also on GCash. Alternatively, this is my GCash QR code. You would have to open your GCash app first and then use the app to scan the QR code. I am also very thrilled to mention that I have a membership which you can join, and if you'd like to have a quick chat, ask me questions about anything, I would love to really help you out. And don't forget to join the membership. That would unlock the social media access. When you do join the membership, I am offering a special behind the scenes experience that I don't share anywhere else. I'll take you along with me behind the scenes so you'll know what's going on behind the camera, which is quite exciting. There may be some bloopers and hiccups along the way, but I'd be happy to share that with you. You'll even have the power to choose the next topics for the following videos. Feedback for me is so important, and I would love to know what you would like to see next. You'll have the power to design the next videos that'll be coming out. Help me choose topics, issues, challenges that you might be facing in the Philippines. I would love to tackle all of those topics. You will also be receiving exclusive updates just for you as a member. You can click on the membership link that is located on the description box, and this can be renewed every month. Again, I want to say how much I appreciate you. If my videos inspired you, made you smile, or given you a little escape, I'd love for you to be part of this next chapter. Thank you for being such an incredible part of my life. From my world to yours, with all my love and gratitude. Thank you. So the first one is, I know it might sound cliche, but home is where I find connection. And so this is actually a true story. I'll share with you my life. And because there are so many places to live in the Philippines, and I kid you not, like every island is practically paradise for me. Of course, you'll have different colors of sand. You'll have different food depending where you are. But of course, staples like bananas and tomatoes will always be there. But I would say definitely it's the people. Who do you feel most connected with? Where do you feel like the people make it your home? And where do you truly feel like you can trust the people around you? So initially, I really fell in love with Darwin over at Negros Oriental, and I still am very much in love with that place. It's just that I've tried to settle and live there, and for how it's structured, I think the community is great, but you really have to make an effort to go and see people. And right now where we are is in where are we actually? The southern part of the Philippines. I found this beautiful island, and this is where I met my best friend, whom I'm keeping company right now in this beautiful place. And because of her, I feel a very strong, deep connection with her, and she makes me feel safe enough that I actually wanna move here instead. So while I think Negros is such a beautiful place, and it's got its hospital, it's got its own airport, it's got cinemas, you know, but still amidst nature. This place actually, the airport is very small. The hospital is, I mean, there's one, but it's non-existent. There's practically, if you need an emergency, you have to fly out or sail out. So actually my friend said getting sick here, and if you need an emergency, is definitely a privilege, because to fly out last minute can cost sometimes 10,000 Filipino pesos for a one-way flight to Manila, where I'm from originally. So that's very expensive, especially for me as a local Filipino peso earner. So I think that even if I fell in love with another place, because my best friend is here, I am very much willing to make that move here for her, because I feel more safe. I'm not just gonna sit here and not share this, because it's just, you know, again, like all the small things, I'm so grateful. Uh, because this is a very touristy island, this coconut can cost sometimes maybe 100 Filipino peso or more. But what I'm used to traveling, yeah, the locals will just climb trees and give you, and luckily for this place they did the same. And again, I just feel so grateful for all the small things. And as I was gonna say, is number 2 is I actually have some notes here, so if you don't mind me looking here from time to time, actually for now is home is within myself, or home is where I am. And it's taken me quite a while to get to this point. Of course, it's not easy to say, because a lot of people will say, well, home is, you know, where there's a structure, where there's a roof. Maybe you've got your mom and your dad, or maybe you've got your husband or your wife, your kids. And that's very traditional, which is great. In my case, I've realized that sometimes, even when I'm at home with my family, I'm actually not happy. And it took me a long time, definitely years, to realize that I needed to meditate, I needed to do yoga, I needed to have a good routine, daily routine, so that I could feel whole and I could feel happy wherever I am. Taking a quick break from today's episode because I have something special just for you. I am offering a special customized service on your next travel or visit to the Philippines. If you're looking to retire, travel, visit, or live in the Philippines, and you're serious about finding the perfect place to stay, click join now and be part of my membership. As soon as you sign up, YouTube will notify me and you'll get access to all exclusive content. Plus, you can directly reach out to me via DM on Instagram. You can also send me an email. Once you're a member, feel free to ask me anything and I would love to help you out. If you're navigating where to stay, what to do, how to get around, you'll get live updates and videos, which will give your trip to the Philippines as smooth and pleasant as possible. From booking your ideal accommodations to helping you navigate, you'll have complete exclusive access. I only accept 2 persons every month, so be one of the first ones to sign up this month. Again, you can reach out on Instagram or send me an email. The links are also all on the description box below. And let's begin your travel adventure to the Philippines. I hope you don't mind if I expound a little more, but saying that home is within myself, I know it sounds cringe to some people, but it practically saved my life. When I was in the corporate world, I really felt super lost and I didn't know who else to talk to. But then, you know, with a lot of practices like transcendental meditation, that's how I began my journey with meditating and self-awareness. I just realized by taking deep breaths and catching your breath and just clearing and cleaning out your mind, not having any thoughts at that moment, and then knowing that you can just be here right now, it just all of a sudden, when you're back to in the material world, you just are ready to conquer it. A lot of the times I think it's all of my like overthinking and, you know, thinking what are other people thinking, and there's a wasp. It sounded really loud when it buzzed, but it's just taken a lot of time for me to get where I am right now. And yeah, one of the beautiful things about being in nature, change topic, is that if you've seen my other videos, if it's not I can see it. If it's not a wasp going to me, I'm battling flies going everywhere. I've got mosquitoes biting me everywhere. It's just the price that you pay for nature, because there is an ecosystem here. My friend had a snake fall on his head one time when he was going home, so you know that snakes are actually good for the ecosystem. So, but again, yeah, do whatever it takes for you to find home within yourself, because wherever you go, that's a funny transition, but yeah, wherever you go, you will feel like home is where you are, because you're never alone, you're with yourself. I think a lot of the times when we are bounded by work or there's a fixed schedule to follow, that can feel very imprisoning. I don't know if that's the right word, or limiting or constricting. But if you are able to have the freedom of time, the freedom of liberty when to work, I think you're doing very great. And so the next one is definitely home is where freedom is. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do for the day. But of course, keep in mind that I think that because of this freedom, you will be holding a lot of responsibilities. So in my case, there was a time when I didn't have a proper routine, healthy routine every morning. And that kind of made me feel like, well, what's my purpose? What am I going to do now? But if there is something that I can work on, if there's a project that I can build, so for example, this YouTube channel, and then again, I have to thank you so much for motivating me and inspiring me to make videos like this. I do see the response are very positive. Let me know if you have feedback or comments or suggestions, because all of those are very important to me. But this is one of the things or hobbies that I do that keep me busy and keep me excited to create and to share information and to hopefully entertain you or give you useful information. But aside from that, I also have a strict morning routine. I make sure that I practice my yoga, I make sure that I practice meditation, I make sure that I eat well and I sleep early. And I think all of those things are very, very important if you want to be happy in the long run, because you will be getting all those happy hormones like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins. And I think that that's more, although it's, a lot of people might not have the time to put into all of those good habits, right? Or a lot of people may not have the time for that routine. But as I've mentioned in my previous video, if you just give it 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, you may not see it, but all the small efforts that you put will have such a big lasting effect. I'm so excited for this next one. Home is where the Filipino culture is. And okay, I definitely love other cultures. I've visited other countries, and there is beauty to every culture. But because your girl is 100% Pinoy, 100% Filipino, I just can't help it. I love how hospitable Filipinos are. I love how we love to feed everybody. I love how even if we're strangers, we treat you like our family or our friends. And so one of our mannerisms, or one of our, how do you call it, traits, is that when we're eating, we always say kaon na ta, or kain na tayo, let's eat already. So it's quite difficult for us to eat in front of another person or people who aren't eating. We always just offer. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just nice. We're very malambing, and malambing is a Tagalog word for like really sweet and gentle. Yeah, I feel so at home the moment when I'm not in my country and then I meet a fellow kabayan. Yeah, that's quite amazing. So I don't know if you can relate. Like if you were American and you're watching this, do you instantly feel at home when you meet fellow Americans abroad? Or like, have you traveled to the Philippines, and when you met Filipinos, how did they make you feel? I'm just curious to know. And even if you're not American, wherever you're from, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you're watching this from, I would like to know as well how the Filipinos make you feel, if you have any friends that are Pinoys or Filipinos. Oh, I can't wait for this next one. And it's, home is where my creative outlet is. And again, it's really, I'm just so overly over the moon. Wow, that's so exaggerated. Overly over the moon to have this privilege and to have this honor to be able to make videos for you. Not everybody has the freedom or the time to put into action what their hobbies are. And for me to get a lot of positive feedback, that really inspires me and motivates me, and in return I hope I'm doing the same for you. So thank you again for watching my videos. I really want to thank you. I'm just overwhelmed with so much gratitude and appreciation with the time that you put in this channel. I can't express enough how grateful I am that this channel is working out somehow. And yeah, let me know what you like about watching these videos. I'm actually curious as well. And yeah, that's pretty much the last thing on my list. Again, I really hope I'm giving you so much islandy vibes. We are in one of the surfing capitals. I would say the major surfing capital of the Philippines. It's just such a beautiful place to be in. And again, if you haven't seen my video yet, that's where we're staying. It's such a beautiful place. Oh, and overlooking the ocean, baby. This has been Tala Talks. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for spending your day, your evening, your afternoon with me. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you next on my next video. Bye for now. Have a lovely day ahead.